The Happiness Advantage, written and published by Sonic Tome. Imagine waking up each day fueled by a sense of possibility, where challenges no longer feel like obstacles, but like stepping stones, and setbacks become lessons that sharpen your edge. There's a quiet power in approaching life with this perspective, a power often overlooked in the rush of daily tasks and the pursuit of success. This isn't about fleeting moments of excitement or quick wins. It's about something deeper, something that can fundamentally alter the course of your journey. It's about tapping into a strength that has always been there, lying dormant until you choose to uncover it. The truth is, happiness isn't a trophy to be won, nor is it the byproduct of external success. It's an energy, a lens, a force that we all hold within, capable of transforming how we navigate life's highs and lows. This happiness isn't soft or passive. It's a powerful driving force that colors our decisions, ignites our motivation, and fuels our resilience. The pursuit of happiness in its most authentic form is the greatest advantage we can cultivate. It's the energy that lets us rise with purpose, remain steady through change, and thrive, not merely survive, in a world that often challenges our sense of joy and peace. Imagine this energy as a magnet, subtly drawing in opportunities, fueling creativity, and opening doors you never even knew existed. Happiness reshapes your reality, fueling upward momentum that multiplies your strengths. It's the difference between grinding through tasks and working with a flow that seems almost effortless, between enduring tough times and transforming them into growth. This happiness edge doesn't diminish with time. Instead, it becomes richer, empowering you to look beyond the immediate and unlock potential that transcends traditional definitions of success. What if you could channel this advantage into every area of your life? What if each interaction, each endeavor, and each challenge became a source of insight and energy? Happiness becomes more than a feeling. It's an active, dynamic state of being that adapts and grows with you. It's a state where setbacks hold hidden opportunities, where relationships deepen, and where even ordinary moments gain a vividness and depth that make life infinitely richer. This edge, this vibrant perspective, is within reach for anyone willing to see happiness not as an endpoint, but as a compass, a guide, a fuel that shapes your path forward. Here lies the gateway to a life that is not just productive but profoundly fulfilling, a life where the pursuit of happiness and success are inseparable, each one amplifying the other. There's no secret formula, no elusive ingredient. There's only the willingness to step forward, look through a brighter lens, and discover the true advantage that happiness brings. Chapter 1. The Power of a Bright Lens. A bright lens changes the way we perceive the world, reframing even the ordinary and overlooked details of our lives. This lens becomes a filter, giving weight to the parts of reality we choose to amplify, and diminishing the pieces we prefer to minimize. It starts with the quiet decision to look at every situation through a perspective that sees possibility, not limitation. When our gaze shifts from what could go wrong to what could go right, doors we once assumed were locked start to open. Consider how each day begins. Countless external factors are beyond our control, from the weather to the behavior of others to unexpected events. But one constant we can bring is the attitude with which we approach these variables. In moments that might seem trivial or routine, a positive lens allows us to identify hidden potential. It's not about overlooking problems or denying the existence of setbacks, but rather about seeking what is constructive, useful, and life-affirming in every circumstance. This perspective of possibility acts as a catalyst, energizing us to act in ways that align with our goals and values. When our focus remains on solutions instead of obstacles, we're more likely to make proactive choices. This doesn't mean that challenges disappear. They still exist, but we can use them as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. Each challenge becomes a chance to exercise our minds and cultivate resilience, a quality that gradually strengthens the more we see adversity as part of our growth. Looking through a bright lens also affects the relationships around us. When we approach others with a perspective that assumes good intentions, it fosters connection and trust. People sense when they are viewed positively and respond by revealing more of their own warmth and kindness. This process is reciprocal. Our perspective shapes others' responses, which in turn reinforces our view of the world as filled with possibility. The lens we choose isn't just for our benefit. It creates ripples in every interaction, making kindness and optimism self-reinforcing patterns that draw others into the same positive space. Opportunities, too, tend to appear more abundant to those who choose a positive perspective. This is because our minds are wired to notice what we expect to see. If we walk through life expecting good things, our awareness sharpens to pick up on chances and resources that align with that outlook. A new connection, an unanticipated project, a creative solution. All of these appear with more clarity when we believe they are present in our environment. Our optimism activates our minds, attuning them to what is useful and affirming, filtering out distractions that don't contribute to our progress. The power of a bright lens lies in its transformative impact on who we become. By consciously choosing to see the world as a place of growth, abundance, and connection, we gradually embody those qualities. This lens sharpens our ability to appreciate and respond creatively to the world around us. What we perceive becomes a mirror, reflecting the belief that life is full of meaning and potential. Chapter 2. The Ripple of Small Joys. In the fast pace of daily life, small joys are often overlooked, dismissed as fleeting or insignificant. Yet these seemingly minor moments hold a quiet power, like tiny drops that create widening ripples across the waters of our well-being. Each small joy, each moment of unexpected delight, accumulates, subtly weaving an underlying fabric of happiness that supports us even in challenging times. These glimpses of positivity, whether it's the warmth of morning sunlight, the taste of a favorite food, or the satisfaction of a simple accomplishment, become miniature anchor points for the mind. Small joys are more than random bursts of pleasure. They're experiences that slowly rewire our outlook and attitude. The human mind is naturally attuned to notice threats, but in cultivating an appreciation for life's small pleasures, we teach ourselves to find balance, to recognize that life offers an abundance of good when we're willing to see it. This shift in focus builds a foundation for resilience, fortifying us with a reservoir of strength drawn from our accumulated moments of joy. When we've learned to celebrate these little moments, our minds are better prepared to confront larger challenges without losing perspective. These small joys influence us in subtle ways, not only in mood, but also in the choices we make. They serve as gentle reminders of what is worthwhile and precious, inviting us to create and seek out more of these moments. The warmth of a friendly conversation, the peacefulness of a quiet walk, the satisfaction of completing a task. All have their own influence, steering us toward choices that align with a positive, engaged life. We find ourselves drawn to people and experiences that echo these moments of happiness, naturally selecting paths that support well-being. Over time, these ripples of small joys extend into our relationships, coloring the way we interact with those around us. When we feel fulfilled by life's simple pleasures, we bring that energy into our connections and others sense it. It becomes easier to offer a smile, share a kind word, or listen with genuine attention. People who experience us in these moments are touched by the authenticity of our presence, and this openness invites others to share their own joys with us. In this way, our small moments of happiness not only enhance our own lives, but spread, lifting those around us. Beyond relationships, these ripples influence our ambitions, instilling a sense of purpose that is rooted in genuine enjoyment rather than mere accomplishment. Goals become more than endpoints. They turn into journeys made up of these smaller joys, each step infused with a sense of fulfillment. This shift in perspective transforms even the most daunting tasks into experiences we can approach with enthusiasm and curiosity. When we find pleasure in small victories, we sustain motivation naturally, driven by a steady stream of satisfaction that reinforces our commitment to our goals. Our appreciation for small joys also shapes our approach to challenges, which are inevitable. When we're able to see joy in the everyday, setbacks lose some of their weight. They don't take away from the beauty of the little things that continue to surround us. Even in the midst of hardship, these tiny moments of delight keep us grounded, reminding us that joy is accessible and life is filled with moments that nourish us, no matter the circumstances. This perspective doesn't erase difficulties but helps us navigate them with a lighter heart, reminding us that there's always a reason to keep moving forward. These small joys, collectively, shape the quality of our lives, impacting everything from our mental health to our productivity. They build up a quiet, resilient sense of happiness that stays with us through both success and failure, creating an enduring well-being that isn't easily shaken. Small joys remind us that life's true richness is often found in simplicity, in moments that cannot be bought or chased, only noticed and cherished. They show us that a life well lived is one where even the smallest moments have meaning, quietly leading us toward a life of deeper fulfillment. Chapter 3. Momentum in Motion. Momentum is a powerful, self-sustaining force, one that begins with a spark of energy, but soon gathers strength as it carries us forward. This chapter looks at how our energy, fueled by genuine enthusiasm, can propel us beyond barriers and create a chain reaction that feeds into our growth, both personally and professionally. When we commit ourselves to something with focus and vigor, each small accomplishment fuels the next, generating a current that pulls us along, often faster and further than we could have anticipated. At the core of momentum is an active energy that springs from authentic engagement in what we're doing. When our actions are aligned with a purpose or goal that resonates with us, the work becomes lighter, even enjoyable. Enthusiasm isn't just a feeling, it's a fuel that powers us through obstacles and sustains us through routines that might otherwise feel monotonous. This engagement transforms effort into something nearly effortless, creating a state where our actions feel seamless and natural. Each step we take, no matter how small, contributes to an ever-growing force that pushes us forward. Momentum also influences how we see challenges and setbacks. With momentum on our side, obstacles become less intimidating, more like hurdles to be overcome than walls blocking our way. There's an element of trust that builds up within us as we gain momentum. We start to believe in our ability to push through whatever stands before us. The confidence generated from this continuous motion creates resilience, helping us to recover quickly from any missteps or failures. Each obstacle we overcome serves as a reminder of our capability, feeding back into the cycle of energy and enthusiasm that sustains our journey. In the professional realm, momentum can be the difference between stagnation and rapid growth. Projects that once felt overwhelming become achievable when approached with steady, focused energy. Every success, no matter how minor, contributes to a larger picture, moving us closer to our goals and enhancing our sense of capability. This forward motion builds a reputation of reliability and perseverance that others notice and respect. In a workplace, momentum often draws others into the same current. Enthusiasm is contagious, and a team propelled by shared momentum can achieve far more than individuals working alone. Momentum in motion isn't just about constant action, though. It requires pacing and attention to the rhythms that sustain it. Just as a steady beat powers a piece of music, momentum requires balance between exertion and renewal. Energy, once spent, needs replenishing, and maintaining momentum is as much about preserving enthusiasm as it is about pushing forward. Recognizing when to step back, to rest and recharge, is essential to keeping our momentum alive. This cycle of motion and renewal allows us to approach our goals with sustained energy rather than burning out before we reach the finish line. Over time, the force of momentum reshapes us. We begin to embody the qualities that help us move forward: patience, persistence, adaptability. We learn that each day of steady effort is building something larger, even if we can't see the full picture yet. This evolving sense of purpose becomes a guiding compass, giving us clarity and direction. When momentum becomes a habit, our lives are no longer defined by fits and starts. We create a steady flow, where progress is a natural byproduct of our dedication and drive. Momentum also affects how others perceive and engage with us. When we are consistently moving toward our goals, we project an energy that attracts opportunities, allies, and resources. People are drawn to those in motion, to those who embody a sense of purpose, and are visibly committed to their journey. In turn, these connections feed back into our growth, offering new possibilities and insights that propel us even further. This reciprocal effect not only reinforces our momentum, but expands the scope of what we're able to achieve, opening doors we may not have seen on our own. Momentum in motion is a dynamic force that shapes both our journey and our destination. As we embrace the energy and enthusiasm fueling us, we start to see that growth isn't simply about reaching a single goal. It's about moving in harmony with our ambitions, gathering strength with every step, and discovering that true growth is found not just in reaching our destination, but in the ongoing journey itself. Chapter 4. Bouncing Forward. Resilience is more than just withstanding challenges. It's the art of transforming obstacles into fuel for future growth. In the journey toward success, setbacks are inevitable, but they need not be final. The capacity to bounce forward means not only recovering from a fall, but also using it to propel ourselves toward a higher trajectory, taking lessons from each experience to carve a path stronger and more grounded than before. This process requires an openness to adapt, to look at setbacks as turning points rather than dead ends. When life presents a setback, our immediate reaction might be one of frustration or disappointment. These emotions are natural, but resilience teaches us that how we respond next is what truly matters. To bounce forward is to find an internal shift, a way of reframing the situation to see what can be gained rather than what has been lost. It's about developing a mindset that seeks opportunities in adversity, one that looks at each setback as a teacher. Every challenge we face carries within it lessons and insights that can be carried forward, guiding us and sharpening our vision for the future. Resilience, however, is not an abstract concept. It is a skill that can be cultivated through repeated practice. Building this mental strength begins with embracing uncertainty and recognizing that discomfort is often a necessary part of progress. Just as muscles grow by being stretched and strained, our resilience grows when we face difficulties that test our limits. Each time we push through, we build a deeper reserve of strength and flexibility, which prepares us for even greater challenges. These experiences layer upon one another, creating a durable foundation that supports us no matter what may come. Bouncing forward also involves a level of creativity and flexibility. Resilience isn't rigid. It doesn't cling to a single path or outcome. Instead, it is agile, able to pivot and explore new directions when the original path is blocked. This adaptability is essential in navigating life's complexities. When we remain flexible in the face of setbacks, we open ourselves to new solutions and approaches we may not have considered otherwise. By allowing ourselves to shift perspectives and try different methods, we expand our understanding of what's possible, and this openness brings unexpected growth. Another essential aspect of bouncing forward is self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on ourselves when things go wrong, to criticize our choices, or to wonder why we couldn't have predicted the outcome. But resilience requires that we treat ourselves with the same kindness we would extend to a friend in a similar situation. Self-compassion helps us to recover without unnecessary guilt or regret, enabling us to see clearly and move forward with a balanced mind. This kindness allows us to acknowledge our mistakes without being defined by them, to learn without being weighed down by self-blame. In addition to looking inward, resilience also draws on support from others. Often, our strength is magnified when we share our struggles, whether by seeking advice, listening to others' perspectives, or simply feeling the presence of those who believe in us. This network of support acts as a buffer, a reminder that resilience isn't always a solitary effort. Relationships rooted in mutual encouragement help us see the bigger picture, reminding us that no setback is as overwhelming as it might seem in isolation. With the support of others, our setbacks become lighter, easier to overcome. To bounce forward also requires a long-term perspective, seeing beyond immediate obstacles to a larger purpose. When setbacks are viewed through the lens of our ultimate goals, they become stepping stones, shaping us in ways that success alone cannot. This broader view allows us to see each experience, good or bad, as part of a greater journey. Setbacks become essential building blocks that add depth and dimension to our path. They reveal our inner strength, show us our capacity for endurance, and deepen our appreciation for the achievements that follow. Bouncing forward ultimately reshapes our relationship with adversity. Instead of fearing setbacks, we come to understand that they are an integral part of growth. We begin to embrace challenges with curiosity, knowing that each one will leave us stronger and more prepared. This resilience forms an unwavering confidence, a belief that we can face whatever comes our way and emerge better because of it. Through this process, we find that our setbacks become some of our most valuable experiences, each one pushing us further, each one a vital part of our journey toward the future we envision. Chapter 5. Building Upward Spirals. The concept of an upward spiral reflects a path of continuous improvement, where each positive action reinforces the next, creating a flow of happiness and motivation that lifts us higher with each step. Unlike a single achievement that gives fleeting joy, upward spirals are built on habits and practices that layer upon each other, strengthening over time and forming the foundation for enduring well-being. The essence of building upward spirals lies in the small, intentional actions we take daily. These actions, though modest, have a cumulative effect. One positive habit energizes another, creating a self-reinforcing cycle that gradually elevates our mood, outlook, and productivity. By engaging in simple practices, such as expressing gratitude, focusing on our strengths, or setting manageable goals, we initiate cycles of positivity that make it easier to engage in further constructive behavior. When each small action is tied to a larger purpose, the effect multiplies, creating a meaningful and powerful current that lifts us toward sustained happiness. One critical strategy in this process is to focus on our victories, no matter how minor they may seem. Celebrating each success, however small, builds confidence and creates momentum that pushes us to accomplish more. These moments of recognition are not about dwelling on past achievements, but about drawing strength from them to fuel our next steps. By consistently acknowledging our progress, we foster a mindset that is geared toward growth and positivity, making it easier to keep moving forward and build on previous successes. Equally important is the habit of gratitude, which serves as the cornerstone of many upward spirals. By making a regular practice of appreciating what we have, we open ourselves to a more positive perspective on life. This shift in focus not only enhances our own outlook, but also affects how we interact with others, creating a ripple effect of positivity. Gratitude encourages us to recognize the abundance around us, rather than the scarcity, which in turn fosters a sense of fulfillment and encourages us to share our happiness with those around us, further amplifying the upward spiral. Another strategy for creating upward spirals is to prioritize the activities that bring us genuine joy and satisfaction. Often, we find ourselves weighed down by obligations and routines that drain our energy, leaving little room for what truly matters to us. By consciously carving out time for activities that rejuvenate us, whether it's a creative pursuit, a meaningful connection with others, or simply time spent in nature, we ensure that our energy is directed toward nurturing the positive aspects of our lives. This dedication to our well-being becomes a sustaining force that powers further positive habits, creating a sense of harmony and motivation that enriches our daily experience. Mindfulness also plays a vital role in this upward momentum. By staying present and attentive, we become more aware of our thoughts, choices, and habits, allowing us to break free from automatic patterns that no longer serve us. Mindfulness helps us identify the small actions that contribute to our happiness, so we can repeat and amplify them intentionally. Each time we choose to act with mindfulness, we reinforce our upward spiral, staying aligned with our intentions and making conscious choices that lead us in the direction we desire. In addition, building upward spirals involves surrounding ourselves with positive influences. Our environment and relationships have a significant impact on our well-being, and by choosing to spend time with people who inspire and support us, we reinforce our own commitment to growth. Positive connections nurture us, providing a safe space to share our aspirations and celebrate our achievements. These interactions form a support system that encourages us to keep building, to keep reaching upward even when challenges arise. Finally, upward spirals thrive on self-compassion. Life inevitably presents setbacks, But when we treat ourselves with understanding and patience, we avoid falling into cycles of self-criticism that can halt our progress. By approaching each setback with kindness, we stay open to learning and growth. Self-compassion creates a nurturing inner environment that supports our resilience, making it easier to pick up where we left off and continue building the habits that bring us joy and fulfillment. With each compassionate response, we reinforce our upward spiral, ensuring that we remain on a path that aligns with our values and aspirations. These strategies collectively form the architecture of an upward spiral, a structure that supports long-term happiness and resilience. Each action, habit, and perspective becomes a stepping stone, lifting us higher and creating a stable, energizing foundation. As we continue to build, these habits form an unbreakable chain of positivity and purpose, connecting us to a sustained sense of well-being that elevates all aspects of our lives. Chapter 6. Fuel for Flourishing. Happiness isn't just a fleeting emotional state. It's an essential driver of our capacity to grow, create, and thrive. When happiness takes root, it energizes our minds and bodies in ways that allow us to reach new heights in creativity, productivity, and health, creating a foundation for success that goes beyond mere achievement. The idea of flourishing means moving past survival or mere existence. It's about accessing an inner vitality that propels us to experience life with full engagement and presence. At the core of flourishing is a sense of mental expansiveness. Happiness encourages a mindset where ideas flow freely, unconstrained by doubt or fear. This mental state amplifies creativity, enabling us to explore new perspectives and solutions with ease. When we feel happy, our minds are naturally more open to possibilities, unafraid to experiment or take risks. In this state, our creativity is fueled by an intrinsic motivation, a desire to innovate and express ourselves without reservation. Such creativity is not only productive, but is often more authentic, as it arises from a place of genuine interest rather than from pressure or expectation. On a practical level, happiness also increases productivity by shifting our focus from purely task-oriented work to purposeful and meaningful engagement. A happy mind is more resilient against distractions, able to concentrate more fully and work more efficiently. Tasks feel less burdensome, and time passes more smoothly as we approach our responsibilities with a sense of enthusiasm and drive. The satisfaction derived from progress, no matter how small, acts as its own reward, further fueling our desire to keep moving forward. When productivity is driven by happiness, we produce not just more, but also better quality work, because we are fully invested in what we are creating. Happiness also plays a crucial role in our physical well-being. Positive emotions stimulate the release of beneficial neurochemicals that enhance our immune system, promote cardiovascular health, and reduce stress. When we experience happiness, our bodies react by lowering cortisol levels and relaxing the nervous system, reducing the wear and tear associated with chronic stress. This physiological support extends our energy reserves, enabling us to approach challenges with stamina and resilience. A healthy body sustains a happy mind, and in turn, a happy mind supports a healthy body, creating a reinforcing cycle that elevates our overall sense of well-being. Beyond individual productivity and health, happiness positively impacts our interactions with others, which in turn fuels our success in collaborative efforts. When we are happy, we are more likely to connect with people from a place of openness and empathy, fostering relationships that are grounded in trust and mutual respect. This foundation of positivity strengthens our ability to work harmoniously with others, to resolve conflicts more easily, and to inspire those around us. In a supportive environment where people uplift each other, creativity and productivity naturally flourish, making it easier to reach shared goals. Moreover, happiness enhances our sense of purpose and direction. It clarifies our values, helping us to align our efforts with what truly matters to us. When we are driven by a sense of happiness and fulfillment, our choices become clearer, our goals more focused. This clarity not only makes decision-making easier, but also fuels a sense of commitment and perseverance. Rather than feeling obligated or pressured, we pursue our goals with genuine interest, energized by the knowledge that our efforts are aligned with our deepest intentions. Happiness is also a catalyst for growth, providing the confidence needed to step outside our comfort zones. When we are content, we feel more secure, and that security makes it easier to embrace new challenges. Happiness gives us a safety net, allowing us to take risks and venture into unknown territory without fear. In the process, we learn, adapt, and refine our skills, transforming each experience into an opportunity for personal evolution. Flourishing requires a readiness to embrace the unfamiliar, and happiness provides the steady foundation that makes such exploration possible. The act of flourishing, therefore, is a dynamic process fueled by the synergy between happiness and purposeful action. As we cultivate a positive internal state, we activate our fullest potential in every aspect of life. Creativity becomes more than just an artistic pursuit. It's the ability to innovate and solve problems in all areas. Productivity extends beyond getting things done. It's about bringing our best effort to everything we do. And health becomes more than the absence of illness. It's an active, vibrant state that supports our journey toward fulfillment. In this way, happiness is the fuel that keeps our inner fire alive, sparking not only the desire, but also the capability to flourish. Through happiness, we find that flourishing is not about reaching a final destination, but about enjoying a life where each day, each effort, and each moment contributes to an upward trajectory of growth, vitality, and success. This path allows us to live with a profound sense of purpose, knowing that our lives are not only productive and healthy, but also deeply joyful and meaningful. Chapter 7. The Pathway to Growth. Embracing positivity is more than a simple shift in mindset. It's a strategic approach to unlocking deeper levels of personal and professional growth. When we cultivate a positive outlook, we not only feel better, but also enhance our capacity to approach challenges, learn from experiences, and advance our goals. This optimistic lens becomes a dynamic force, directing us toward opportunities for expansion that we might otherwise overlook. Positivity plays a pivotal role in how we interpret our experiences. When faced with obstacles, a positive mindset reframes these encounters, not as setbacks, but as openings for growth. Instead of viewing difficulties as indicators of failure, we begin to see them as essential parts of our journey. This shift in perspective allows us to approach challenges with curiosity rather than fear, analyzing each situation to uncover valuable lessons. Over time, this process of learning through experience builds resilience, transforming our challenges into tools for personal and professional growth. Furthermore, positivity drives us to be proactive, pushing us to take initiative rather than waiting for change to happen. When we focus on potential and possibility, we naturally seek ways to evolve, identifying skills that need strengthening and areas where we can improve. A positive outlook emboldens us to set ambitious goals, understanding that growth comes from striving toward objectives that stretch us beyond our current capabilities. By doing so, we develop both the skills and the confidence to succeed, positioning ourselves for continued advancement. In the workplace, positivity fosters a spirit of collaboration and teamwork that enhances growth on a collective level. When we approach our colleagues with positivity, we create an environment where people feel valued and supported, encouraging open communication and the free exchange of ideas. This collaborative atmosphere promotes innovation, as team members feel empowered to share their perspectives without fear of judgment. By focusing on shared goals rather than individual gain, positivity strengthens the bonds between team members, creating a network of support that benefits everyone involved. Positivity also increases our adaptability, making it easier to navigate changing circumstances with grace and composure. In a constantly evolving world, the ability to adapt is essential for growth. A positive mindset enables us to remain flexible, approaching new situations with an open mind and a willingness to learn. Rather than resisting change, we see it as an opportunity to expand our understanding and refine our skills. This adaptability makes us more resourceful, capable of finding creative solutions to challenges and thriving in even the most uncertain environments. In the realm of personal growth, positivity deepens our self-awareness, allowing us to better understand our motivations, strengths, and areas for improvement. By focusing on our potential rather than our limitations, we gain insight into the habits and patterns that shape our behavior. This self-knowledge is essential for personal development, as it provides a foundation for making intentional choices that align with our values and goals. Over time, we cultivate a stronger sense of purpose, guiding our actions with clarity and intention. Moreover, positivity enhances our relationships, which are fundamental to both personal and professional growth. When we approach others with kindness, empathy, and respect, we create connections that enrich our lives and provide valuable support. These relationships serve as a source of encouragement, offering us perspective and guidance as we navigate our own growth journeys. The positive energy we bring to our interactions not only benefits those around us but also reinforces our own sense of fulfillment, creating a cycle of mutual growth and empowerment. As we embrace positivity, we also develop a sense of gratitude that fuels our growth even further. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, fostering a mindset of abundance. This sense of appreciation inspires us to make the most of our resources and to pursue our goals with a sense of purpose. When we recognize the value of each experience, we become more motivated to learn, grow, and contribute to the world around us, knowing that each step forward enriches both ourselves and others. Positivity, then, is not simply a mood or a temporary feeling. It is a powerful pathway that leads to sustained growth. By adopting an optimistic outlook, we activate a mindset that encourages us to take risks, embrace challenges, and continuously improve. This commitment to growth enables us to reach our highest potential, creating a life of purpose, achievement, and fulfillment. Through positivity, we uncover the limitless possibilities that lie within us, paving the way for a future that is both successful and deeply rewarding. Chapter 8. Happiness as a Lasting Edge. Happiness, often sought as an end goal, reveals its true power when seen as a foundational edge, an internal advantage that consistently fuels resilience, creativity, and sustained success. When we reframe happiness from a transient feeling to a continuous source of strength, we unlock an enduring edge that sharpens our focus, enhances our capacity for problem solving, and supports us in meeting life's challenges with confidence and clarity. When happiness is embraced as a driving force rather than a final destination, it becomes a steady foundation that infuses our actions with purpose. Unlike the fleeting joy derived from momentary wins, this deeper happiness serves as a compass, guiding us through both accomplishments and setbacks. It cultivates an inner stability that is not easily swayed by external circumstances, grounding us in a sense of contentment that allows us to make sound decisions, even in the face of uncertainty. This grounded state helps us stay connected to our long-term goals, encouraging us to act with clarity rather than react impulsively to short-term outcomes. This approach to happiness builds an internal momentum that translates into greater productivity and efficiency. When we operate from a place of contentment, our minds are more open and receptive, free from the mental clutter of anxieties or unresolved frustrations. In this state, we can fully engage in each moment, allowing us to focus on what truly matters and eliminate distractions. This mental clarity fuels a sense of purpose that enhances the quality of our work and interactions, creating a ripple effect that amplifies our overall success. A core aspect of happiness as a lasting edge is the power it lends us to form meaningful connections. When we are happy in ourselves, we naturally attract others who resonate with our energy, building relationships based on trust and mutual support. These connections provide valuable insights, perspectives, and encouragement, serving as a network of allies who share in our growth. As we build these relationships, we become more resilient, knowing that we have a support system to lean on in times of need, and more open to new ideas and collaborations that enrich our path forward. Happiness also sharpens our adaptability, enabling us to navigate change with confidence. In an ever-evolving world, the ability to adjust and thrive amid shifting conditions is invaluable. A mindset rooted in happiness allows us to view change not as a threat, but as an opportunity for growth. With this perspective, we are more willing to take risks, knowing that each experience adds to our knowledge and strengthens our character. This flexibility fosters an innovative spirit as we remain open to fresh possibilities and unconventional solutions, leading us to discoveries we might otherwise overlook. Moreover, happiness cultivated as a lasting edge transforms the way we approach challenges, fueling a perspective that sees them as stepping stones rather than obstacles. This resilience empowers us to persevere, drawing upon our internal well-being to confront and overcome difficulties. Rather than becoming discouraged by setbacks, we recognize them as part of the journey, using each challenge as an opportunity to grow and refine our skills. In this way, happiness serves as a source of motivation that sustains us during difficult times, helping us to rise above obstacles with a renewed sense of purpose and optimism. When we harness happiness as an intrinsic edge, we also unlock a wellspring of creativity. The clarity and openness that accompany a positive mindset allow ideas to flow freely, unencumbered by self-doubt or fear of failure. In this state, we are more likely to think outside the box, take bold steps, and push the boundaries of what we believe is possible. This creative freedom not only enriches our personal pursuits, but also enhances our professional contributions, as we bring fresh perspectives and innovative solutions to the challenges at hand. Happiness as a lasting edge amplifies our capacity for sustained achievement, not through force or pressure, but through a deep, intrinsic motivation. Rather than relying on external rewards, we find satisfaction in the act of growing, learning, and progressing. This satisfaction propels us forward, creating a virtuous cycle where each accomplishment fuels our drive to pursue further goals. This cycle of growth and fulfillment builds on itself, empowering us to reach new heights without burning out, as our energy comes from a place of joy rather than obligation. Embracing happiness in this way encourages a life rooted in balance, where success and well-being go hand in hand. It reminds us that achievement is not solely defined by external milestones, but also by the quality of our experiences and relationships. By aligning our pursuits with a genuine sense of happiness, we create a fulfilling life that is rich in both accomplishment and inner peace. This balanced approach to success not only benefits us individually, but also radiates outward, inspiring those around us to seek their own paths to sustainable joy and growth. When we view happiness as a lasting edge, it becomes a powerful ally in every area of life. It empowers us to take risks, adapt to change, and build meaningful connections, all while maintaining an unwavering sense of purpose. This enduring happiness is not a finish line to cross, but a dynamic force that shapes our journey, enriching each step along the way and propelling us toward a future where success is defined not just by achievements, but by the depth of joy and fulfillment we experience along the path. Conclusion. As you reach the close of this journey, imagine standing at the edge of a vast landscape. You can see the countless paths stretching out before you, each shaped by the perspective you bring, the habits you build, and the energy you carry forward. What has been unlocked here is not a fleeting insight or a temporary motivation. It's a framework, a lens, a way of being that allows happiness to become more than just an ideal. It becomes a living, breathing part of every day, a source of strength, purpose, and resilience that colors every choice and amplifies every effort. Think of happiness now not as something to achieve, but as a state you can actively cultivate, an advantage you can wield, one that adds momentum to your journey. Embracing this view means that you aren't bound to external circumstances or temporary highs. Instead, you possess an inner drive that powers you through even the most challenging times. It's this steady, uplifting force that keeps you resilient when life pushes back, that brings you calm in the midst of chaos, and that lets you approach the future with confidence and hope. Remember, happiness as an advantage isn't static. It grows and evolves as you do. Each time you choose to see opportunity in difficulty, each small habit you strengthen, and each connection you nurture makes this advantage more deeply woven into the fabric of your life. This journey doesn't end here. It is only the beginning of a powerful cycle. The upward spirals of happiness and success you've learned to create don't dissipate. They compound, gaining momentum as you carry them forward. So take this energy with you. Let it fuel each new endeavor, each relationship, and each quiet moment. Let it remind you that true success is not just about reaching the finish line, but about experiencing the journey with a sense of joy and purpose that enhances every step. You have within you the lasting edge of happiness, a quiet, powerful force that will serve you well. Now, step forward and let this advantage illuminate the path ahead as you continue to grow, thrive, and discover the profound impact of a life lived with joy at its core.